when sharing is not caring.
What's up, everyone? This is your host, Stefany Sweet.
And your co-host, Nia and Audri.
And you are now tuned into another episode of the GrownupIsh Podcast, guys.
What's up?
What it do? I feel like I just want to get right up into it because we talking whole shit today. Hot girl shit.
Yeah, whole lot.
Or just like some
Exploration.
like explore type. Yeah. So we're talking about threesomes, right? Huh?
So my hair just doing whatever it wants.
But it's cute.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm off topic. It's just because this side is chilling. It's like cool. We layered. We out here. This side is like.
But I kind of like it looking full.
I want to be in a ponytail. I think maybe. I don't know.
I like it. You fuss with it and you're just like this and that. But I know it was annoying to me. So off topic, but it's fine. It was annoying to me like when because they're starting to bud, right?
Yeah.
They're starting and they got the fuzzies right now.
Mm-hmm.
That part was super annoying to me.
Yeah,
but
I gotta stop
pictures,
pulling too because I know I'm not supposed to.
Yeah,
I know, and I'm just over here like snatch.
And I play with my hair. So it's a bad habit. I get it. But I look back and I was just like, it was so cute. If I had gotten over the whole, I think it's because I kept on having conversations like the people that were around me at work about neatness of the hair and all of that, trying to like, there were those conversations making me low key they were trying to make sure I was aware to keep my hair neat. And so I was just like, oh gosh, I don't want it to be like a thing. I don't want nobody coming to me because then I'm going to have to tell them off. Like it was just causing me anxiety. So I think that part like kind of messed
took
my
away
whole,
you enjoying it.
It really did. I found myself putting it up most of the times and just getting it retwisted so often and making sure that it was like tucked in some sort of like updo style or whatever. And half the time, I didn't even like the styles. I would much rather have had my hair flourishing just like this, boo. But yeah, so it is what it is.
People.
So I'm living vicariously through you, and I'm just like, how pretty! I love them. Like look at that. It looks so cute. It looks like you have curly hair. And it doesn't even look right now. You guys can't see, but on the video, it looks like it's just like kinky curly hair, but it's locks.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
I got distracted.
But anyways, yeah, back to this hot girl shit.
Hot girl.
and the topic at hand. We're talking about threesomes, and the reason why I wanted to talk about threesomes is because I actually had this conversation with my husband. Yeah. And we were having a conversation about like, what we would do, what we like, what we want, what we don't want, what we're willing to tolerate, what we aren't willing to tolerate. And we have these conversations every once in a while. Like it's a continuous thing, right? Just for me, so I could touch bases and make sure, the freak is being kept to its required standard. Okay. Mm-hmm. Everybody's happy here because I be telling y'all it's a party. It should be a party for the both of you, right? So I think that having these conversations are important. So it got kind of funny when we got to talking about threesomes, just because. Okay. Because I don't like to share stuff about my personal life.
You gotta share.
Yeah, so he was willing to kind of like see what I would want to do, like for me, not even for himself, but I feel like guys, it's self-gratifying to see a girl with somebody else too, and then you just like you
freaky.
Right. They'd be like, ooh, right.
Like I'm watching the porn,
right?
Wow.
It would be a thing, right? But anyways, so I was like, that would be an interesting conversation to have on the podcast. Like, what are your limitations and what you would be willing to how far you were willing to go? So my first question is, are you down with having a threesome with your significant other?
No.
Okay.
That is my one, like, I'll be
tell me why, and I'll tell you my why.
Okay, so my why asked to know. I just don't want to open up Pandora's box. I don't want to, even if it was another guy, I just, something about my bedroom, the our space when we're doing that to me, and I'll be with the freaky shit. Freaky shit. I do. I'm
You be
down.
with the shit.
I am down. But that is like my one hard no for me. Because I feel like now I'm inviting somebody into something that's supposed to be between us. Like that's supposed to be our personal connection, our bond, that's ours. So for me, like it's just a no. I like even the thought, and I guess it's because I also don't have any like desire to be with another man, like two men. I don't have that. It's not a fantasy for me to have two men at the same time. No. And then even
you're not down with the DP.
And then even with the woman being in the room, because you know women do give great head. Even then, it's just like I'm good. Like even if I'm getting some bomb head, like she gives great head, you're gonna want this.
Like
I'm good. I for me it's a no. And that's why I'm like, usually y'all, I'm so open to be like, yeah, I'll do that. Try this. Let's do this. Let's do that. Yeah, but for that one is the one thing where I'm just like, nah. And I feel like, especially if it came down to somebody that I see myself being serious with, like my husband or to be husband, like I feel like for me that threesome stuff. And again, this is no shade to anybody that y'all live your best life. I'm not judging at all.
Live, okay? That's
but I feel like that's something that I would do more so when I was like single, younger, and like experimenting and like having that like that early on fun. You can still have fun later on in life. Don't get me wrong. But that to me is like something what I would have done like when I'm just like on some early 20s, living wild, like, I don't care about this man. I'm thinking when I see him.
Right.
This
is not my forever guy. I'm just exploring. So I can do these things. Because these hoish behavior.
I feel like that's like, so I talked to a guy that I was like dating, and we talked about threesomes too. And he's told me that, you know, he's had it. And I know guys that have like run trains and stuff like that.
First of
like,
all,
that is so common. Why is it so common for y'all that y'all have run trains? Like,
and to me, and I'm like, did the girls know that this was gonna happen?
Some of them
were they down?
Yeah,
were they down?
They know.
Because to me, that's the wild part. Because I'm just like,
knowing.
Wow, that's wild. So, like that you would be cool with that.
Yeah, they know.
Oh God.
So I know, like,
how it feel.
The guy knew, like, the guy, he had done it. He had threesomes and stuff like that. And even he said it, like, to him though, that's something that you do when you're younger. He was like, now that he's older, he's like, and he would kind of look at a woman differently if she's like our age, like, yeah, I want to do it. He's like, you should have got that out your system by now, sis. We chilling. But everybody's kinks are different. Everybody's things that they like are different. So I can't even say that. I can't say that. But for me, it's just like, it's a no. It's a no.
It's a no for you.
It's a no for me.
Yeah. So there are all types of people out there. And by no means am I or anything that I'm saying like throwing shade. This is for my personal preference. Let me be very clear, right? And I don't think that people who are out here exploring their sexuality in any way, shape, or form, as long as it's consensual, I'm all for it. Do it, boo. Enjoy your life. Live your best life. Explore away. You know, try it. I think that you should try and push yourself and see what your limits are. You know what I mean? Sexually or any other way you want to explore yourself. The more you do certain things, the more, you know, maybe a little bit out of your comfort zone, you get to know each other. You get to know yourself, rather. And you get to know your partner, right? So if you found somebody within your partner that is like, you know, willing to explore the way you want to explore and try the things that you want to try, and they're about that life, and you guys are cool and you guys have an understanding, and again, it's consensual and everyone is having a party, I'm here for it. Okay. So like you, Nia, I don't know that I would feel comfortable bringing someone into my bedroom. And I say this as of right now. Yes. Because I find that like certain things that I think about in the past that, you know, I thought were like, ooh, super taboo and super like, ooh, you know, now I'm just like, oh, that ain't nothing. Maybe it's not for me, but it ain't nothing. Or maybe I would try that. You know what I mean? Like, so as of right now, I just feel like you're right. Like the bedroom, or not even the bedroom, but like my partner, what we have, I want it to not be tainted by something else. Like I when I thought about it, I was like, in the event that or in a way that would maybe ever like happen, it would have to be like we in a whole nother country, ain't nobody knowing us, like I got a wig on, he got a fake mustache. I don't know. Like it has to. It
would have to be a legitimate like one-off. Like this can't be like
rando, like crazy night. We high as fuck. We drunk. I don't know. Like
it would have to be a legitimate like real life one-off. Like nobody
maybe
that we
even spontaneous
ever see again. Like like not somebody we know. I would not do it with somebody that I know. Nope. I just because
or in the city that I'm in, or maybe even the country. I don't know.
Because listen, I just.
But yeah, so like, but like, what do you think is the fascination behind like threesomes?
I think that mainstream like media and celebrities, especially lately, have glorified it even more.
Yeah, because that was my other question. Is it even a thing now? Like, because before it would be like a taboo, right? It would be like, ooh. You got to be real freaky to be doing that.
Yeah, now everybody, like, oh, girl, everybody do that. Yeah. That's just it. And I think part of it is that whole confusion because, like, I know we're going to talk about it more and, like, learn more about it. But I think people highly confuse poly and thinking that poly just equals threesomes all the time when I'm pretty sure that's not the case. And I think, like, it's been glamorized. Like, think about it. Like, I know about a year or two ago, Tiana Taylor was going around, constantly talking about her and I can't remember his name. Their sex life and it just be like random girls here and there.
Side note, he is.
Yeah, they are a beautiful couple together.
Okay,
now if they approached me, no.
They are both of them. She's a baddie. Okay, her body.
I might be down if they approach me.
At Nia.
I might be down. But yeah, I think there's that. And then like you hear now with all these scandals with like T.I. and Tiny, which before everybody had already had rumors that they was on some kinky ass shit. Like that's been known. That's never been, secret that they be into some weird shit.
Right.
But I think like it's becoming such a norm now. It's so normalized that it's like, oh, okay, that's just what people do.
I think that with time, as people are starting to, with social media, with just, it's so much easier for people to get information and know certain things, not only about like different topics and subject matters, but also about other people as well, right? So I think people are already doing this. It's just more out in the open because now it's like, yes, it's not discreet. Exactly. And like when I think about like couples and stuff, I think maybe it's like it's a form of spicing things up because now you've been together for such a long time that you want to maybe like try something that's a one-off, or maybe it's not a one-off. Maybe it's like this is something you just decide, okay, let's see if we like it, and then maybe y'all like it and you will continue to do it however you decide to do it. But like you're definitely right. I also do think that an aspect of it is being glorified. I think because now it's so much more out there and it's not considered so taboo. And people are more free to just like explore themselves, explore different things.
And I think it's also that the topic of sexuality is more
accepted
now too, because a lot of times it's like, okay, if I am a woman and I'm bi-curious, now this is me exploring my sexuality. So it's not even per se, we're not looking at it as a threesome. It's just, I like this and I want to try it out. I'm trying it out. But I have a partner, so he's accepting me exploring my sexuality. But that shit can become messy because now she's exploring her sexuality. And this is why I don't think I could do it. Because first off, y'all already know I usually, especially now that I live in Florida, I date island men. They not sharing shit. That's just not gonna happen.
Or if they are, they're sharing themselves, but they don't want you.
No, you're not
shared
nothing
out here. Okay, no, they ain't sharing you.
Nah,
but they might dibble and dabble out
right?
Here.
Yeah, but you don't get to do that. So in that, see, I would be getting mine.
Right,
so,
right.
It wouldn't work out anyways because now you bring this other woman in, and this does happen where guys like, oh, you want to bring this other woman in. Now your girl is into this woman, or this woman is more into your girl, and it's not they're not checking for you.
Checking for you,
and now you got a whole other situation,
brother.
Because that's the thing. Now with a lot of women being way more open and comfortable with, I like this and I want to try this. Now she got the dough because baby girl over here putting it down. So I'm just saying, you got to be very careful. You have to be
how you open this door because that could just throw things off.
And for me, it's just not worth it. It's just not. It's just not worth it. We could go find some other freaky stuff to go do. What else you want to try? We can get some gadgets. We can watch some stuff. I probably will be more open to being recorded than bringing somebody else in my room.
Yeah. It's so much safer. It's so much safer. And then when we talk about, you always mention like soul ties and stuff like that. Because I think that, these emotional bonds, the intimacy of sex is just like on a whole nother level for me. Yes. So for me to then be exploring something that I have created and this bond that I have with my husband, right? That's taking it a little too far. Nah. Like you said, if it was just maybe a relationship that I was just kind of like, this is just, we having fun.
That's it.
It ain't nothing. We ain't doing much here. It's just going to be a whatever situation. Then I would have maybe been more inclined to have tried it. I've never had a threesome. I've been approached one time for it, and I was just like too scared to do it. I was just like, I can't. I won't.
Maybe in my younger days, if I was approached, I might have been interested, depending on who it was. They would have to be both appealing. But now it's never been a desire of mine. It's never been something I'm interested in. I think a big part of it, like you said, is the soul tie component as well.
Yeah.
And like also consider this. Okay, you hear about this a lot. You said you have this threesome. Mm-hmm. Usually, I ain't gonna say this always happens, but in cases where you're dealing with somebody that you know or somebody that's
because you think it's gonna be safe. Oh,
you think it's one and done.
I know. Yeah,
I've seen like Maury episodes. I've seen freaking paternity court where somebody keep messing around
behind your back, right?
Yeah,
like, oh God.
And now the chick is pregnant.
I need to kill somebody.
Chick.
Now I gotta kill somebody. Now you gotta die.
Now your husband got a threesome baby on the way.
Oh gosh.
Or it was a one and done, but now your husband got a threesome baby on the way. Like, I've seen those situations. That's crazy. Like it's just you're setting yourself up to you're bringing more different energy in.
Yeah.
And then, you unlocking some shit you ain't got no business unlocking. I try a bunch of different sex positions before we go down that road. I can't see. I get like wanting to spice things up, but we would have had to been married 50 some years, 50, 11 years. We done
at
did
that point, why even bother, right?
Right. You want to have this threesome
just so you can say you did it,
and
babe.
the elderly people home. Go. Come on, let's go and see.
Like Granny. Gosh.
Sheila down the way want to get kinky
tonight. My gosh. Could you imagine like on some old people
I forgot what show it was. It was a cartoon I want to say it was Bob's Burgers, and they went to go visit girl Bob's Burgers is hilarious. So I want to say it's Bob Burgers, y'all. It's an episode where they go visit the grandparents, and the grandparents are basically like swingers. Or like one of the grandparents wants to be a swinger, so they go like to this little party and like into some kinky nasty stuff.
Oh my god!
Which swinger clubs still exist?
They do. They're everywhere, clubs. Guys. They're everywhere.
To each his own.
Right.
To each his own. And I'm not even gonna say, because I feel like this: if you and your partner are both genuinely on the same freaky page,
go for
then that's fine, because then I don't think you're less likely to have those type of like issues,
right?
I feel like if y'all both,
because y'all on the same page,
y'all on the same page, like, no, this is straight sex. Right. But if you're both not on that same page, I feel like that's when it's more likely for somebody else to start getting more emotional in attachments to this other person. Because this is my thing. I'm, like we talked about episodes ago, I'm more of a sensual person. Right. To me, sex is deeper. It's always deeper than just sex. Even when I'm like, oh, we just fucking around. Emotional. Yeah, usually there's a some connection degree. There. You gonna look me in my eye. Right. I need you to see me. Okay. Deep. Right. Okay. That's why even when I just was just like, even in my younger days, like I wasn't just out here because it was just like, no, this is who I'm connecting with right now. Where I'm vibing with this person. Because it's a vibe team. It's a vibe. Right. So I can't just be having, now you coming in here with this energy. No. You're fucking up my vibe. You got to go. Right. So no, I can.
So let's think. Okay. If that was something that you and your partner talked about, you decided you wanted to maybe pursue and explore, what would maybe be the rules that you would go by? Like what would you have?
So like I said, I don't have any desire with being with two men. So for me, it probably would not be another guy. So my guy would probably be happy with that because I'd be like, no.
Most guys would, because they'd be like, I don't want another peen out here.
So then,
if we're gonna stereotypical, by the way. I mean double standard. By the way,
it is very double standard. It is very double standard. So it will probably be for me another woman who I get to pick. Okay. Which, I will pick. We definitely could not be in the same city. Definitely could not be in the same state. Definitely could not be somebody we know. Like.
Yeah, it'd be like a random person.
Yes, like a random person that we like.
We go to Vegas.
Right. We check her out, and I'm the communicator. Right. So like, if we're going to do this, it's literally that night. We link up. No exchanging information. No, I'll hit you up later. No, literally like, hey, this is where we're at. Yeah. You want to go upstairs to the hotel room?
Guys, if you are listening, guys, and you are thinking about approaching your significant other about a damn threesome, what Nia literally just said when I was like searching or looking into this, it's basically the best course of action for you to take. That would be the safest way. Yeah, definitely the woman has to initiate all the time, like especially if it's going to be another girl. Like she has to be the one to pick. She has to be the one to really mainly set all the terms. Not that you guys don't have to set terms, but like she has to definitely be more vocal and involved in it. You want to obviously make sure that she consents thoroughly, right? But let her pick the girl, let her initiate it, let her set it up.
And then that's the thing. So then like from there on, as far as my terms go, honestly, because I know me, I am a Scorpio to the T. I don't share. I don't like to share. So just saying, if I was open to it, I don't think I would. I don't know if sis is gonna. I don't think she's gonna get penetration from him. I can't go. I'm sorry. You can give him head.
So it would be more of a for you thing. Yes. It would be like, babe, at this point you're just a voyeur. You're just watching.
You're here. You can watch.
And maybe you can penetrate me
and she can give you head. You know, you can hey, you eat ass. You want your ass ate tonight?
You want to do that?
You could do that. But like I don't, because this is the thing for me, like that's next level. Like if I still got feelings, if I think about my ex fucking somebody, I might get mad. Like, Arthur Fist. Like I know you're doing it. You're not with me, so I know it happens. But it's still like
I'm done with you.
My dick,
Arthur Fist.
My dick, damn it. But so I don't think I could go that far. Like even if in a scenario where I was, I think I'm like, nope, that penis only goes to me, ma'am. Right. You can suck it though. Have fun. You give him. You try to give him the best hand.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing. Like,
because that to me is like crossing the line. Right. Like, now I'm like, nah,
what are your boundaries?
You cheated on me.
Right. Every time I think about this, it's traumatizing.
Like, what are you doing? I'm just thinking about that one time when you cheated on me. You were there.
You literally
set it up.
Found her.
You picked the girl,
but you fucked her. But see, this is the drawback because now you're gonna be thinking about it, and I
don't want to see him stroking her and he enjoying it.
That's my thing.
No, now I gotta kill both of y'all. Right. Now I'm in jail. All because y'all want to have.
Now y'all dead.
Now y'all dead.
Now y'all are
I
dead.
hope it was worth it.
I hope this was all worth it, guys.
No. Yeah. He's only making that sex face for me.
Right.
That's
right. For me, nobody else.
That's for me.
Whatever you had done in the past, I don't let it go. Now moving forward.
That's the only way I can see.
When Stefany's in the picture, this is not going down. No. It's not happening. Yeah, that's my concern is that I'm going to say, oh yeah, this is cool, let's try it, and then I'm just gonna fuck shit up, and it's just gonna be downhill.
Mid-intercourse.
Did you really penetrate her in front of me? Wow. Right.
Just out here giving dick away. That's what we do now. Just slinging dick.
Forget that I set this whole thing up, that I picked her, I said
he is married.
Okay. You see this ring?
Yeah, no, I can't. I know I'm crazy, so no, I'm good. And I would hope, like, even though I don't know, there's just something like I want my man to be just the same way. Like I don't
about you, right?
About me. Like
don't be wanting to share me.
I want my man to be like, oh, you was enjoying this a little too much.
A little too much.
Get your ass up. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out right now. What the fuck is this shit? And I feel like
why are you moaning so hard?
Right. She don't be doing that. Like I feel like I would be that. Like. Shit, I want him to be like, she don't be doing that shit with me.
Right. What is this?
Get your ass up out here.
Maybe she has better skills.
See, that's too much. Nope.
So it's risky. It's real risky.
I can see, like I said, if you guys are both on that, I can see the pros. It can be fun. Y'all can have.
Yeah, let's talk about pros. Okay, let's talk about pros.
Great adventures together.
Okay.
Keep it spicy.
Okay. You're getting to know a different level of each other, and it's just kind of like it's naughty, right? It's like fun.
It is.
You're hopefully enjoying yourselves and trying something new, something different, getting to know each other, but also getting to know yourself too. Like how you end up feeling about this. Is it something that you would continue doing, and so on and so forth. It's definitely a way to spice things up. Again, if you've been together for a long time, or even newer couples that, you know, of that mindset of not necessarily being, you touched on it, you know, with one partner, but they like each other. They really they enjoy each other's company, and maybe they're solid with each other. Maybe they are in a relationship, but they also like to dibble and dabble and have that freedom of exploring other people from time to time. You know, it's that whole, you know, maybe give a pass or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
There's levels to it. But on a threesome note, right? It's something that you guys do together. Maybe y'all like the hunt because you know what I mean? Like, oh, let's go hunting. Y'all can make it a game, you know, if y'all into that. And you can say, hey, like, let's go bag a girl. Like, maybe you take turns. I don't know. Whatever. If it's something that you guys like, and it's because to me, I think actually I would like the idea of it sounds like, oh, it could be maybe fun, right?
Yeah.
But the actuality for me, I think that it would cause a lot more. Yes. It would cause more problems.
Yeah.
So
I agree.
You know,
like we even like as you were just talking like the hunt,
right? Like
that sounds like fun. Like
yeah. But like to actually follow through.
No, that's when you'll lose me. I'm like, yeah, I was just joking.
I was kidding. Bye. Bye.
So I can see the pros, but cons. I also can see the cons.
Complications within your relationship. Nia was about to kill somebody.
Girl, just thinking about
it. In her mind, they did.
And also,
it didn't even happen.
Girl, and also just like, I just feel like, for me personally, again, like now you're looking for something, because this is a thing, for me at least, when you have that partner that you are consistently with, your husband,
right?
You know what each other likes. You know what pleasure you're seeking. When it's time to get nasty, it's time to get freaky. You know what spots to hit.
Right.
So if you get this one itch now, that can only be scratched
by somebody else. Oh yeah. Yeah. Now you're complicating things that weren't even complicated.
It wasn't even an issue.
That wasn't
before.
even an issue.
It wasn't even an issue
you didn't know. But now you've gotten a taste of it and you like it.
Yep. And that's the
you
thing.
like it a little too much.
That could be a definite con right there. Is that now you liking it a little too much, and I think that is just.
Have you ever dealt with anybody that's like a sex addict?
Nope. I might be though. Don't quote me.
Huh?
How do you define sex addict? What is
someone
a sex addict?
who's a fiend? Like morning, day, night. I need it. Constantly thinking about it.
If I could get
all
it
the time. If you like.
If I could get it all the time, I would.
No, but
I'm not a sex addict. I just like to have
unless
sex
you're like a functioning sex.
I don't think I'm a sex addict, but if given the possibility, like the opportunity to do it
all the time,
I would.
Not me. Okay, catch me on the right day at the right time at the right second.
I will make it the right time.
Okay,
I don't even gotta be horny.
Wait,
exactly. That's a problem.
No, I definitely have my moments where
what your dick doing?
What that doing though?
I don't know. I think that's the Scorpio part of me. I just like. So is your dick available right now?
You may not be available. I just need it. Can it show up?
Can it get hard? Okay, cool. I'm on boy. That's it. No, I definitely think I have an unusual drive. But yeah,
okay.
No, I haven't dealt with the sex addict. And I think that is another thing that I was thinking about as we were talking. It's like, okay, let's say, well, not even just that, but let's say like compatibility, sex drive compatibility, as well as let's say you and your partner now, maybe your partner hadn't been like an addict or anything like that before, but now you guys do this next level freaky stuff, and now like you've unleashed something that's
the monster. And it's like a switch that just came on.
That just clicks, and it's like, yo, that shit was fucking amazing. It's like
blew my mind, babe. Like you did your job a little too good, and now you've like unleashed the monster.
It's like for those of you that partake in smoking, it's like having weed sex for the first time.
Oh,
that shit,
right.
That shit, that unlocked some shit you didn't even know was there. Like, wait a goddamn. My personal favorite sex is high sex.
Where did that come from?
Like, I mean, when you have drunk sex is cool.
No,
but
baby,
it's not
when
the
you
same
had
as high. When I had high sex,
not.
Now it's like,
it's really
if I have to pick, if I have a preference to get high before, yes.
But okay, so it'd be a little, sometimes it's a little too intense. It's like a lot.
I'm just, thinking about it.
You guys have to see me right now.
I love high sex.
It's like yeah, it's a lot.
It's because listen, think about it. All
your
of your
body
are like
sensitized
up, bro.
Right.
Like I could be high thinking about it. If you
haven't done this, something to try. That's something safe to try. Ooh, that's something safe to try.
Do that instead.
Right. Do that instead of the threesome.
Do that instead. Because like for real, like that to me is like
absolutely
that's
like
unlocking something. That unlocked something where I was like, oh, I need this all the time. What are you saying? I love you and you have great dick, but it's even better when I'm like this.
Right.
So I feel like that could be like, just say it's this amazing experience with this threesome, and now your dude or you are like, yeah, this is cool, and I like this, but it's better when we do this. And now, like, you done fucked up the whole
thing,
your shebang. It ain't hitting like you used to no more.
Right.
You
now
know?
you done added issues. Like that would always just be my main concern. Like you're just opening up, like you said, Pandora's box, and it's just you're throwing. You're creating or opening doors that really didn't need to necessarily be open, or they can't be shut. Right.
And then that thought of
and I would hate for something to be happening behind my back and I don't know about it. That's what I'm saying.
Infidelity, potential pregnancies.
We're not doing that.
Let's not even get into it. We didn't even talk about the potential. Now you're bringing in somebody STDs because
these are the negatives.
These are the negatives here. Like STDs, like it's a lot, because this is the thing that I always think about, especially when you're hearing these celebrities doing stuff. Y'all not going to check nobody. Y'all just jumping in the bed together. When you do that type of situation, that's not I'm not going to be vetting you to be like, all right, well, did you get the test? And when was that done? And how was that? We're literally trusting right now. Right. We are going out on a limb that,
especially if you're picking somebody, y'all go on this hunt or something, and y'all picking somebody up, like, there is no vetting process. There is no exploratory process. There are some couples though, like I believe there was like like couples that do it like on social media. Like they'll go and they'll like scout somebody and they'll start a conversation and actually do it. If then you're about that life, right? Yeah. You're really about that life, and you're taking the necessary steps to make sure that you're both protected and that person is protected. Because there are, have you heard of a unicorn? Do you know what a unicorn
is? I have recently. That's the additional lady, right?
Yeah, like a person who just is willing to just come into
be your third party.
Yeah, to be your third. And they don't necessarily need to, continue being in a relationship. They just make themselves available and they're into that shit. They love coming in and being a third, right? So
my third gonna be the mirror.
It'd be a reflection of you. A reflection of the two of you. So I mean, there are people that are in this lifestyle that like they really, they explore and they like love it. Yeah. And that's something that they do, So I'm fascinated by like the stories and the lifestyle and like hearing about it. But I'm such a prude, like I'm not about that life, y'all. I be in my little twosome, okay? And happy as can be in my little twosome and not gonna go that far. Like I said, I got asked once.
I was gonna say, would you like to share?
No, it was just like this girl, she and her man asked, well, she asked me, but I don't even like talking about this because I would never, first of all, it would just not be a go. With that particular couple, it would have never ever happened. Point blank, period.
I'm insulted that you asked me. What makes you think that I would sleep with y'all? Nasty. Just nasty.
I hate doing that, but yeah. They're not nasty or anything like that. That's extreme. But it's just like I would not. I would not.
I mean, everybody got their types.
And this was like, in my younger days. In my 20s.
Everybody got their types.
Everybody does have their types, and they weren't my type. So there's that. And it was just very like, oh yeah, we think you're cute. Like, would you be interested in, doing this? And I was just like, oh. Back then I was like, I was more of a prude than I am now. I was just like, who are you people? No, I don't even know you like that. Like, really, I was disgusted. When I think about it, I was just like, my reaction was probably, right? Hell to the motherfucking nah. No. And I know, no. Okay, with the chest. You gotta say it with your chest. I was way more of a prude back then than I am now. So I would never ever like I wouldn't have done it back then. Nah. I would have been too shooketh. Okay.
I don't know.
I was
in my younger days, in my 20s, if they would have caught me, had to be early 20s though. Early 20s. Maybe.
They would have maybe caught you?
If they, early.
I ain't, nah.
And then even then, maybe not. I don't know, because people talk too much. I be having to keep my shit on the low.
That's another thing. Yeah, that's another thing.
My shit on
hence the it would have to be out of country. Like,
because I don't need nobody talking about some, oh yeah, we had a threesome with her.
Do I know you? No. No, you don't.
First off, they're liars.
Right? Never happened.
I don't even know them.
I don't even know them like that. I don't know why they're coming at me.
Nah. I feel like if your partner, so what do you do if because we're both very adamant, like it's a no-go. I'm good on it. like you said, by the time I would even be open to it, we'd probably be so goddamn old. But boy, you can't even get your dick up.
Right. At this
a
point,
3 what?
At this point.
Just go sit down somewhere. I'm not gonna talk
Just forget it.
So, but what happens if your partner is adamantly like, this is what I want to do? And like, for me, it would be like, well, this ain't gonna work. I'm sorry.
So, okay. So I had already had this conversation from jump, like from the beginning, just because I think that it's part of like you exploring your compatibility with this person. Like, what are your likes? What are your dislikes? What are you willing? How far are you willing to go? You know, if you've done it and you gotten out of your system, okay, great, even better, power to you. Now, don't ask me for shit, okay? Because it ain't gonna happen.
You already did it.
You already did it, okay? You don't got to do it again, okay? Like, it ain't nothing new for you, okay? Moving on. So I would say that's why it's important to speak to your partner about what it is that you like and what it is that you don't like, so that you know ahead of time. Now, if you move forward with this guy and you know he's into threesomes and he's like steady asking you, first of all, dude or lady, whoever it is, because women might also be the ones pressuring the guy, right? Respect your partner's wants and needs and their boundaries. Like, don't impose that on somebody. That's when you decided to move forward into a relationship with somebody who's not into that type of thing, you consented to being okay with not putting that on them, you know, and vice versa. Like that other person, you know, knows that that's something that you like. So you guys have to find a median. Like, is it a pass? Or is it, hey, you just got to deal with it? This is never going to happen. We're not going to explore any of that. Like, no, right? So those are things you guys got to talk about. It's just, you got to talk about it. Yeah, man.
I know for me, I was going to say, I think if I was in a situation like that, personally, yeah, I wouldn't move forward if like that's something that they're
adamant
like,
about it, right?
I like this, and this is something my girlfriend has to do or my wife has to do. Then I'll be like, well, I'm probably not the girl for you. You seem like a nice person, but I don't want to.
How often
be
a
badgered.
guy's gonna be like, oh, this is something my woman has to do, you know? Like,
not really often. I don't think it's super often. And at that point, if you do meet somebody who's like hell bent on it, and then they're also like, but also still trying to be with you and not trying to let you go, right? There might be some other red flags going on there. Like, now we're kind of dealing with somebody who's probably controlling, and now you're trying to make me do something that I told you I'm not comfortable with.
I'm not gonna do.
Yeah, and that's a whole nother issue.
You think you're gonna be able to change my mind on it?
Yeah.
And why are you trying to put this on me? Like,
yep, all that. So keep that in mind too. But I agree with you. Like, if you guys continue to move forward, at that point, you accepted that I don't want to do it, and it should not be a factor. And you've kind of accepted it's not gonna happen. Like,
right.
Don't keep bringing it up. Let it go. It goes back to when we talked about at the beginning of the year, our list of red, greens, and yellows. If she said threesomes is a red, it's a hard no.
No.
Leave that shit alone. Don't bring it up no more.
Just stop.
It's dead. Buried it.
Yo, but when you think about it, navigating relationships is so hard.
Yeah,
there's so many.
I know, that's fun.
There's so many landmines when you're thinking about finding, like, the odds of you finding someone who's on the same page with you on all these different little things. There's so many different factors.
Let me tell y'all, all y'all that are like happily married and like pushing through and persevering, kudos to y'all. Like,
but the happy takes work, right?
It does.
It's not like something that
that are putting in the work and y'all making it happen, and y'all are like generally in a happy, healthy, loving environment for the most part overall. Right. Like, that is really a blessing, because it's hard.
You got to think about people's experiences in the past, like what they like, don't like, what they want, right? Then you got to find like a median there, right? Then people's like morals and the culture, for example, you got to find a median there. Then their moral compass, you know, what do they consider to be rude versus an upstanding, like just good upstanding behavior, versus someone who's like willing to.
I was just talking about that with one of my
get away with certain things,
friends. She was
fraud
saying,
and stuff. You know, they don't think that's so
she
bad.
Was like her boyfriend. So you know where we're from, and her boyfriend's from the South, and we're from the Midwest. So where we're from, if we're like, hey, can you grab that for me? If you're over there, I think you've said it before too. Like you'll be like, okay, if I'm upstairs and my cousin's downstairs, hey, can you grab my purse before you come back downstairs or something like that? So she'll say that like, hey, can you grab me whatever to him? And like, if she doesn't say please,
it's an issue.
It's an issue for him. And she was like, but I'm not like telling you. I'm actually asking you. You can say no. Like she's like, I don't get the reason to say please. But for him, because he's like, you know, Southern comfort and, you know, hospital, you say please and you say thank you and this and that. So it's just like
it's almost like you're
like telling him or demanding him
do this,
get that
do this,
for me.
Do this. I'm not your servant.
It's a culture thing, you know, and how things are being said, and it's like those little things. Like I talked to her, and like now that I'm a wiser, more mature woman who gives great advice, I was like, well, that's something really little, and I'm sure you guys can work past that. You know, just be mindful of it, and also he should be mindful that, you know, that is a part of your culture. That's just what we're used to saying, and you'll work on it, of course, but he also should be a little more accepting too.
But imagine,
but the old me like was like, would it be like, girl, he tripping,
right? He wild.
Why are you?
He need to get over that, right?
Ain't nobody got time for that,
right? Really? Why are we putting up with this?
Right? Why are we dealing with him again? But now I'm like, okay, Renia, some people want to actually have a husband, so you should probably stop being an asshole.
So now and give good advice. Just stick through.
Yeah,
push through.
Now I just like
persevere.
Y'all can get over that. That's little. But on the inside, I'm like, the fuck.
But you're right, like small things, and imagine how minuscule that is compared to other bigger.
That's what sounds like. Girl, y'all gonna have bigger bridges to cross, so let's just chuck that to the back pocket.
Yeah, and then family, dealing with people, other people's family, and how they are, because they look at you and they, you know, they expect,
especially when you're going through different cultures. Because baby, let me tell you, my ex took me to Miami. To a family event with a bunch of Haitians, and everybody is just speaking, and I'm just like, He's like, she don't speak Creole, she doesn't know anything y'all saying.
And then it depends on like,
I'm just like, be polite and smile.
Right. Just I speak English.
Sorry.
So depending on where they're from, like they could be very what's the word? Abrasive. Like they can be very curt and straightforward, where it can come off like kind of like rude, right? It can come off like, oh, why? So with
why she don't?
Why are you here?
Okay, done talking to you. I know I talked to you, and I'm just like, they were all really nice though. They were nice, but they was told it was like an aunt or something. She was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh
gosh, right. Like. Listen, first of all,
it's not my fault. Okay?
Exactly. Like, hello, what you want me to do? What do you expect me to do? So I remember I had gone to with my ex. He's African. Okay, so I go to a get together, right? And I'm not dressed in like African garb, you know, like with the maybe like some sort of
let me
like,
tell you,
we call it capulana,
y'all be dressing, baby. Y'all
okay, right, but you know, some sort of like African print something. Yes. I'm not wearing a dress. I'm not wearing, you know, a head wrap. I'm not out here presenting African. Okay, so the aunt was like, "Oh, what? So where are you from?" And I proceed to tell her where I'm from, where my family is from. And she goes, oh, you guys don't dress up? Excuse me? I'm very much dressed, ma'am. I had on like a cute pencil skirt. I remember. I had on a cute pencil skirt.
You remember this day.
I had on pumps, okay? I had on a cute shirt. I was dressed. It was like a nice outfit. It was a cute, sexy, elegant outfit, you know what I mean? And I thought that it was appropriate for the occasion, which was like somebody's like one of his uncle, like his uncle's birthday or something like that, and they had like dinner and stuff like that. So I'm just meeting these people, so I decided to dress up and look cute. I looked cute. And she was like, "Oh, you don't dress up?" Like, I'm not already dressed up. I was like, I thought I was dressed up.
What is
right? So I was like, I'm sorry, Auntie. I thought I was dressed up. And she's like, "Oh no, I mean, in African clothes. You don't have African clothes. You don't have like your attire represent your family and your." I think she was thinking that I was like coming off more Americanized and very like,
and they were going more for traditional,
right? And she maybe thought that I would be like one of those snooty, uppity, like, oh, I'm in America now, right? Exactly, because that does happen.
It does,
and it does. I was like, aha, that's probably what it was.
Yeah,
but you know what they want to see? They want to see you humble yourself down, and later on, like they want to just see that, right?
Yeah.
But like, so I go into the space, and my mom always teaches me, if you're going into somebody's house and they're cleaning up, you help clean up. If they're doing dishes, you help do the dishes. If they're sweeping, you help sweep. So at the end of the night, I'm over there, my pumps are off, we cleaning, we mopping, and she's like, "Oh, you are from back home." So I have to be cleaning and mopping down for you to see that I am of the culture, like, because I'm doing chores. Yeah. Anybody could do that. Like a well-raised person.
Now you have good stuff.
Right. Now,
before you was just a heathen.
And that got on my nerves. That got on my nerves because it was just on some like, oh, now you approve of me because you see that maybe I have these African women qualities, according to your standards. But just a moment ago, you were judging me. So, anyways,
so we got off topic, but
off topic.
But it's important to understand these aspects of your partner and just them as a whole before you start making these what could sound like a fun opportunity or a fun experience. If you don't really know the ins and outs of your partner, you open that box if you want to, y'all. That's it.
It might turn out lit for y'all. It might. You might be over there like,
or you in jail.
Or you in jail. It'd be one of those extremes. Okay, go ahead and try it. Tell us all about it. Okay,
listening ears. Let me hear.
Let me know how that goes. Apparently, Nia and I ain't about that life. We ain't about that life. Man, catch me in like 10 years.
I probably still blame.
Perhaps once I've had some more married woman experiences, maybe. I don't know. Keep you guys posted. What if I came in here one day, Nia? Oh my God! Guess what happened, child?
Congratulations, girl. Go ahead with your bad
Don't believe
self.
me. I be talking shit. I
know. Ain't nothing changing over here.
Well, guys, on that note, go ahead and follow us on IG, the GrownupIsh Podcast on IG. Like, subscribe, share with your family, your friends, your mother, your brother, your sister, all of the above. All right, and send us your thoughts on this topic.
Have you had a threesome before? Did it go well?
What happened?
How did it go?
How did it go? Would you recommend it, especially for y'all married couples out there? I'd be intrigued to find out. I would want to know. Yeah, go ahead and let me know. Okay. So we will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Bye.